How have you found the experience of running a business together?
Oh, so annoying.
So annoying.
He is the most stubborn, awkward.
Me stubborn? You're stubborn?
I am very stubborn. I got my own way, to be fair.
Sometimes, yeah. We meet in the middle sometimes, but
We meet 70% towards me.
Lewis's stubbornness is he'll raise his voice, flare his nostrils, talk over you.
I will talk over you.
And then he gets his own way.
Yeah, that's pretty much how the relationship goes, to be honest with you.
So who's the boss?
He thinks he's the boss, and I'll let him think he's the boss, but there's only one real boss.
Look, the truth is I'm the boss.
The truth is he thinks he's the boss.
Who makes all the big decisions?
Definitely 50-50.
Yeah, that one, for work purposes, we've got to both agree on where the business is going. So we'll sit down, discuss what's going to happen, have a vote. I'll go me.
And then he'll keep talking.
Me,
I
I've
might
got two
say
hands
something.
up. I've got 2 hands up. That's 2 votes. So yeah, it's definitely 50-50.
Would you say it's like a marriage?
More like a divorce. more like a divorce.
Wow.
I don't know, it's just...
We don't kiss, we're brothers, obviously.
Don't even hold hands.
Maybe on a Sunday.
Do you know what? It's more than brothers. It's annoying sisters. It's everything you can think of.
I think when you're in a business, you've got to get on with the person that you're with. Bear in mind, you sat in a room with them, you see them at weekends, you see them at work. You see probably too much that I see.
Way too much. We end up finishing each other's sentences or on WhatsApp. We might manage to message the management team saying, do this, and literally he sent something a few seconds before, so...
So you're definitely in sync then?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of things, yeah.
What are the pros?
Pros are what his strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. FIFA, yeah, he's good at FIFA at the minute, to be fair.
Manager.
Pros, what else? I can write things for him because he's very bad at grammar.
Incredible coffee. I mean that, honestly. So he goes 1 milk, 20% milk, anti-clockwise stir, no sugar. Very good.
Lewis is really good at juggling as well, and like entertainment in the office and talking.
I can reach high things. The top shelf, I'm 6'5" nearly, so I can get there. They're the pros of
Loads of pros working together.
The cons?
I see him too much.
Yeah, see him too much. Cons, there aren't many, other than maybe the odd clash over the years.
We don't clash as much anymore as we've got more decrepit and old.
Yeah,
like the knees
older, greyer.
So like now it's it's fine. Just
let him get his own way. I don't care.
So yeah, working with your brother, as long as you get on with him, is not a genuine con. But again, it's building a relationship. It just works.
Biggest thing is trust. There's no one in the business that I trust more than him, and no one who I trust who's good enough to do the things that I think I would be happy to do.
We've got horribly high standards, haven't we? So you could ask a director of our business, and you know how the best person doing our company is still not at the level that I would want it done. And I think that's a reason that our business elevates, and we work very differently. Carl is very organised. I'm a maverick and just go out there and do things, and together it just works into this brilliant company that we built. Really,
yeah, just works.
Do you reckon your staff think of you differently?
In what respect?
Well, obviously you both run the company.
Yeah.
Do you think some people come to you, Lewis?
Yes.
For some things and you, Carl, for
100%.
others?
It's a mum and dad relationship, isn't it? That if they say no to me, like they'll go to Carl and go, Dad.
We've both got different relationships with different people of staff. And the reality is everyone is different in life, and some people gravitate to more people. The reality is these days is, you know, day to day our involvement is with the management team. Lewis, openly speaking, is probably the more amiable one, where people tend to gravitate towards to first. But
Carl, openly speaking, is the grumpiest person that I've met. But
early in the mornings,
yeah,
after
the coffee,
in the afternoon, I'm all right. Come and see you then.
He loosens up then. You might get
Get a bit of oil in my body. But no, if you want stuff done or any answers to questions, come and see me.
Yeah, definitely. If you want fake promises, come to me.
Yes, fine. Pay rise next year. Don't worry.
Why does it work?
Because we are so different. That's why it works. Like as I said, you know, if you mould this perfect CEO running a real estate business, me running it on my own, it would be nowhere near the success Allsopp and Allsopp is. And I think Lou would say the same thing. So I think we've got the best of both. And
I think a lot of people have tried to build our company, since Allsopp come into inception, and we've grew. And there's a secret sauce to it. The secret sauce is the people in the business. It starts from me and Carl, and how different we are, how anal Carl is, and how free-spirited I am, and that just merges together, and that trickles down into what we do. So it's just a unique concept. You can't rebuild what we've built.
And because the standards are so high, we're so critical. When we've had our best months, we're always thinking, well, we wanted more. And we don't really celebrate the highs, which is very bad. But them high standards have filtered down to the management team. And there's very much a strong ethos throughout the business, what we want and what our goals are.
Has there been a big argument?
Oh God, yeah. Particularly in the early days, I think a couple of occasions, either me or him have stormed out the offices.
And not spoke for a day, which is mad for a business partner. Sometimes it'd be like a week. We haven't argued in like 10 years. No. But at the start, when the egos were involved, everyone's trying to do their business, everyone's trying to put their stamp on the business and figure out their roles. I remember a couple of times it's been like swear, but people are like, oh my God, what's going on? One of us has stormed out, but
it was a battle of like a power struggle to begin with, because me and Lewis had never worked together in a management role before, and kind of, I don't know, like it was a juggling of a bit of testosterone, who was the man sort of thing.
But that's a good salesperson. A good salesperson thinks they're the alpha male and they're the best. So when you put two together, it's trying to figure that path out.
And I think that as age comes in, as we both had children, you just, not everything is as important. Get fat tighter. It's not as important as it once was in the early years. You let things go.
Do you reckon it took a long time for you to mould into what you are now? As business partners, not brothers.
I'm a completely different person to 10 years ago. Yeah. I think there's a saying that if you don't change, you're the problem. I know a lot of people, friends I've in the past, that are still the same person. I am completely different 10 years ago, and it's moulded around the environment that we're in, the people that we're in, how we act, and
learning as well. Like, I'm very different to 10, 12 years ago. We openly joke about being grumpy, but I was probably even grumpier 10 years ago, and it's just kind of loosening up a little bit and dealing with different things in different ways. And
15 years ago, his nickname was the Dancing Queen. So he doesn't dance anymore because he's old. But
and Lewis's was Swamp Donkey.
Yeah, no, there's no real name like that. Really.
Because he fell into a puddle of mud one day.
What?
So
It lasted 20 years, that nickname.
Swamp Donkey. If you ever see him out and about, call him Swamp.
So we're different people now.
Do you think being brothers and in business has been easier than if you were to do it with someone else, or more difficult? You said in the early years that it was quite
challenging.
Yes.
Depends on the people. We know people in families that have gone into business together, it just hasn't worked. And unfortunately, as things get bigger or get successful, you get the green-eyed monster where people's behaviour change. Money changes people, unfortunately, for good and for bad.
I think the big thing is money reveals you. It doesn't make you. Money reveals the type of character you are. We've, since the age of like 20 from starting the business, really, we've been involved in millions and millions of pounds and dirhams, and we've never changed. And no one's ever taken any money. There's never been any trust factors. So I don't know. I just think that you are around the right people, and you just. We trust each other, don't we?
It is difficult because family as well. We've got good upbringing. There's always this togetherness. So I don't know. There's lots of people going into businesses, and the biggest thing where businesses fail is trust.
Number one, really. Isn't it?
If you don't trust each other to do the work, or trust each other in day to day, it just falls apart. And for us, there's no one in the world I trust more than Lewis and obviously my wife.
About the people that give the vaccine.
And the vaccine.
We trust Pfizer.
Do you think then, on the trust thing, do you hire more friends and family than you would?
We did.
In the early years, this business wouldn't be anywhere near where it was without hiring friends and family. That kind of gives us a platform to go. But I think as time goes by, we have been let down quite a fair amount by friends or friends of friends. And
I think you have to leverage your relationships. When you start a new business, you leverage it. No one knew who Allsopp and Allsopp was, so we went to our friends and said we're starting a business. They come to work with us because they knew who we were, and as your relationship with the whole market gets bigger and stronger, you end up employing people off the back of your business setup. So you have to hire friends. Would I do it now? I've had a lot of success. I was going to say no, but
if they're good enough, irrespective of whether they're friends, family, wherever they're from in the world, they're good enough. They're good enough. But yeah, I mean, anyone starting out in business, you may need to, but as times go by, it might cause you problems.
Has there ever been a rift so big that you've had to have a chat about what you're going to do with the business?
With me and Carl, the
Never.
rift that we have will last an hour.
Never.
6 hours maximum. We could literally have the biggest argument, and then we'll message. I get we haven't argued in 10 years, but we'd message, and we forgot to say it. That's the beauty of working with brothers and family. We're a couple that can't be divorced. You know, we can never break up. So, you know, I think we've got such a good relationship that it's an hour fallout, like any sibling fallout.
Again, coming back with the older, wiser, he'd let things go. If things are more important to someone else, like Lewis is adamant on something, sometimes just let him do it, and vice versa. He'll let me do things if I really think I'm passionate about something. No point pushing back.
Is there anything that you regret?
What, with each other?
Yeah, so like you said there, you would let Lewis have it. Has there ever been a time where you've let Lewis have it and gone, I knew you shouldn't have done that?
Never. Never in a million years. The amount of times he goes, kid, I tell you what, you were right there, weren't you?
To be, there probably are a few things, but probably not even worth mentioning, to be fair. Maybe, I don't know. There's probably a few things, yeah, but very small things. I'm sure he's thought the same things, like whether it's an email gone out or whatever. But
Carl's emails, the story that I have of Carl's emails is incredible. I had to tell him once, kid, just to let you know, when you send your emails out, Carl used to always type in capital letters. So he would be like, can everybody come into the boardroom, please? Rather than can everybody come into it comes out on everyone's phone and everyone goes, oh my God. But that's as big as it gets, really.
Yeah, that's
as big as your fonts.
Yeah, that's the emails have been toned down a little bit.
Would you say there's a good cop, bad cop?
Of course, it's very easy. Lose
switch now, I think.
No, I think if you ever asked anyone, I'm the bad cop. I don't tend to be, but it's just the way it is.
I've become
my
a little
grumpy
bit cold.
persona allows me to be that way.
I use Carl for that. I'm like, oh, don't let Carl hear you say that. And really, I'm thinking, oh, you should be doing that.
To be fair, they have switched. Like I say, in my older years, I've relaxed a little bit, but just depends on the situation. You know, most of the time, typically it is me, but it just depends on the situation. Lewis has got a side you would not want to see.
I'm the most chill person you could be around, but I'm also ruthless. If someone crosses the line, then I've learned as I've got older. It's not something how when we started the business. When people start the business, they'd say, "Have a pay rise." I'm like, "Yeah, let me come back to you." Now I'm just bang. It can be anything. I'll just tell it how it is, and I think that's come with age and experience.
I think people appreciate that. Like no, excuse my French, no bullshit, no nonsense, and that's the way we are as people and the way we run the business. Not rude and not talking out of turn, but just whatever we say, it is what it is.
What's your biggest highlight of running a business together?
I'll go first.
Really?
Obviously.
Oh wow,
obviously.
That's a shock.
My biggest highlight is friends that I've worked with for 10, 11 years becoming millionaires off the back of our platform. People that have come here with £2,000 or £3,000 that I've gone on to become very good friends with, been to their weddings in Ibiza, in Lake Como, and seeing these guys come here with nothing, and now they've got these amazing houses on the golf courses, and they're driving these amazing cars, and they've got this amazing lifestyle. And I'm proud that Allsopp Allsopp, a business me and my brother created, really, has created a platform for everyone else to go on and make money and create a better life for themselves. Yeah,
I'd say the same. I love seeing people join the business, meet in the business as a couple, get married, and then have children. And that has happened countless number of times. We're seeing it as we live. That's a lovely moment. Seeing, you know, my dad calls them Allsopp babies, and that's a lovely thing to see. I think, you know, honestly speaking, one of the proudest moments is when I come every day, because we started with 4 people, myself, Lewis, and 2 others. And now there's over 300 people work at Allsopp Allsopp, and every day for me walking and seeing that and seeing this machine work, it's like, wow, this is crazy. But there's definitely a lot more to come ahead, definitely.
I'm going to end it on this though. I'm going to show you and everyone watching this that I am the alpha male and the number one in this company. We're going to do paper, scissors, rock to end on, okay? And I'm going to guarantee you I'm going to win.
See what he does here? He's going to use both hands. He's going to do this.
Watch this.
Okay.
It's 1, 2, 3 show. I guarantee we'll win.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 show. Okay. 1, 2, 3 show. That's why I win. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.